Sir Keir Starmer is facing a significant loss of local councillors following Labour's decision to proceed with reductions to the UK's escalating benefits expenditure. The Prime Minister, who has already seen several prominent grassroots politicians depart after the elimination of winter fuel payments, stood by Liz Kendall on Tuesday as the Work and Pensions Secretary announced plans to reduce welfare spending by £5 billion. In the House of Commons yesterday, Starmer encountered backlash from Labour MPs, with former Shadow Home Secretary Diane Abbott accusing him of balancing the books at the expense of the poorest and most vulnerable citizens in Britain. Richard Bergen, who was briefly suspended from Labour last summer for supporting an SNP amendment on a two-child benefit cap, warned that a significant rebellion against the Prime Minister is on the horizon. It seems that Labour is already dealing with several resignations from its grassroots members. Peter Lowe, who held the position of Labour leader on Dudley Council, resigned after 41 years in the party, stating, "I cannot remain true to my principles or the community I serve if I prioritise my party over the people I was elected to represent." He continued, "If it's unacceptable for the Conservatives to target the most vulnerable in Dudley, then it must also be wrong for my government to do the same. I cannot be associated with this attack, which will severely affect many of my friends, their families, and my constituents." Doncaster Council, which might see Starmer's Labour facing a re-energised Reform UK, is also preparing for upcoming resignations. The Corbyn-aligned Momentum Group is urging its members to stay within the Labour Party to pressure the Prime Minister. However, a source mentioned that it is becoming increasingly untenable for local councillors to support Starmer in light of his cost-cutting strategies. Tory leader Kemi Badenoch is anticipated to escalate her rivalry with Nigel Farage today. During the Conservatives' launch of their 2025 local elections campaign, the leader of the opposition will target Farage over alleged sympathies towards Russia. Badenoch, reflecting Starmer's criticism of Farage for fawning over Vladimir Putin, is likely to accuse the Clecton MP of siding with Britain's enemies. She is expected to add, "The Conservatives are the only party that champions families, rural communities, and local businesses. Labour bows to the unions, the Lib Dems squander taxpayers' money, and Reform lacks experience in governance."